We're here again with Dave Kiddoo at the CCCA's booth at the BICSI Fall Conference, and Dave's going to show us the association's Good Cable, Bad Cable display for the show.
Yeah, it's a very important thing for contractors, installers, and users to understand that there are things that you need to look for to make sure that your cabling infrastructure is compliant with all the right code standards. And unfortunately, when these counterfeit cable manufacturers or cable manufacturers just want to skirt the system and cut out their costs and make a tremendous profit, they're not going to have, they're not going to spend the effort to have their cables certified and for compliance to both safety and performance requirements. So not only are they going to counterfeit materials and cable designs, but the whole package. And so it's important for contractors to understand that they need to look for important characteristics that verify the compliance. One of the main things is when you're working with cables that are certified and listed, they are third-party certified by companies such as Underwriters Laboratories. So Underwriters Laboratories requires that every single box have a holographic label. And unless the box has a holographic label and has all the right markings, then you need to either report that to underwriters to determine if that was an error, but more importantly, it's likely that that cable has not been certified and verified. In this particular case, Relex has noted that there are a number of manufacturers that counterfeit their boxes. Relex has the technology to make sure when they pull the cable out of the boxes that it comes out very cleanly and not a lot of knots and twists and a lot of tangling. And so they have very specific technology out of their boxes. You can see a larger opening, the way that the actual cable is reeled inside so it comes out nice and smoothly. Here you can see a counterfeit box where it had no markings, no Underwriters Laboratories verifications, but you can see that very subtle differences. And when this cable comes out, it's all twisted and can have a lot of kinks. And you can see actually closely here that this particular manufacturer used copper-clad aluminum, which is also a very important issue for the National Electrical Code. You cannot use copper-clad aluminum in data cables. It's both a performance and a potential safety hazard. So there are things that you need to look for just to make sure that before you install the cable, you make sure that every box is what it should be. I mean, they could have what appears to be all of the right markings and names of companies you recognize, but unless it has all of the third-party verification, holographic labels, file numbers, and those things, then you need to be very cautious. What we're trying to make sure is that contractors understand that if you install bad cable, then you are liable if there's ever a performance issue, if there's ever, heaven forbid, a fire in the building, and that fire is now propagated catastrophically because of poor cable expanding the fire. That's a liability that you're unfortunately going to be responsible for. So take the adequate precautions, make sure you're buying the right components from good quality suppliers, but in every case make sure that you are in fact having good certified, good quality, best practices cables. Look for all the right markings. To get guidance on this, CCCA has an app available, and you can go to our website at www.cccassoc.org, and there's a lot of good guidance on what to look for and who to call if you have any suspicion of a problem or counterfeit cable.
Very good. Thanks again, Dave, and CCCA.